class, now we want to look at example 10, which is if b greater than a and then a greater than 0, where a and b are constants. So show that integral from negative infinity to infinity 1 over x squared plus 2a x plus b squared is equal to pi over square root b squared minus a squared. So actually this integral is just similar with other integrals. So what you have to do is, when you look at 1 over x squared plus 2ax plus b squared, this one is quadratic, right? So 1 over something, 1 is constant. So you have to do completing the square. Okay, so integrate from negative infinity to infinity. So 1 over x squared plus 2ax, and then plus, we have 2a here, so divide by 2 square, and then minus 2a divided by 2 square, and then plus b square. Okay, next 1 over, okay, so this one x plus, okay, 2a divided by 2, you get a, so x plus a square, and then minus a square plus b square dx. Okay, next negative infinity to infinity, and then 1 over x plus a square, okay, plus b square minus a square. So this one we can do like this, alright, dx. Okay, next you let u equal to x plus a, so du equal to dx. Next, negative infinity to infinity, dx is du, and then divide by x plus a is u, so u squared plus square root b squared minus a squared, and then square. And then class, we divide into two integral, which is from negative infinity to, let's say, 0, and then du over u squared plus square root b squared minus a squared square. Okay, and then plus 0 to infinity, du over u squared plus square root b squared minus a squared square. Okay, and then we apply limit here. Limit t approaches to negative infinity, so from t to 0, and then du over u squared plus square root b squared minus a squared square, and then plus limit t approaches to infinity, and then 0 to t, du over u squared plus square root b squared minus a squared square. Okay, next you refer the formula. So we take this formula, 1 over a tangent inverse, so equal to limit t approaches to negative infinity, so 1 over, what is a? A is square root b squared minus a squared. You already learned how to find a here. Tangent inverse u over square root b squared minus a squared. Okay, from 0 to t. Okay, I want to share with you about the limit. Okay, the first limit is actually between x, right? So x equal to negative infinity to infinity. So now we want to change in terms of u. Okay, so u equal to, u is x plus a, so x is negative infinity plus a, and then u equal to infinity plus a. So you will get still same, u is negative infinity to infinity. Alright, so that is why we still use negative infinity to infinity. Okay, now we solve this. So we have limit t approaches to negative infinity, and then 1 over square root b squared minus a squared, and then tangent inverse, so u is 0, and then minus tangent inverse t over square root b squared minus a squared. Okay, and then plus limit t approaches to infinity, and then 1 over square root b squared minus a squared, and then tangent inverse, so u is t over square root b squared minus a squared, and then minus tangent inverse 0. Okay, next we have limit t approaches to negative infinity, and then tangent inverse 0 is 0, so you will get 1 over square root b squared minus a squared, negative tangent t over square root b squared over a squared, square root b squared minus a squared. So plus limit t approaches to infinity, so 1 over square root b squared minus a squared, and then tangent inverse t over square root b squared minus a squared. So now apply the limit, so 1 over square root b squared minus a squared, and then negative tangent, okay, negative infinity, and then plus 1 over square root b squared minus a squared. So this one is tangent inverse infinity. So we get 1 over square root b squared minus a squared, and then negative tangent inverse infinity. So you refer the graph. Okay, this one is x approaches to negative infinity, so the function is negative pi over 2, and then here is x approaches to infinity, so the function is pi over 2. So we get negative tangent inverse negative infinity is negative pi over 2, and then plus tangent inverse infinity is pi over 2. So last we get 2 pi over 2, and then 1 over square root b squared minus a squared. So we show that the answer is square root b squared minus a squared. Shown. Okay class, next the question asks to deduce the value of negative infinity to infinity 1 over 2x squared plus 6x plus 9. Alright, so what we can do is equal to negative infinity to infinity, so we factorize to x squared plus 3x plus 9 over 2. So now we get 1 over 2 integrate from negative infinity to infinity, and then 1 over x squared plus 3x plus 9 over 2. Okay, so 2ax is 3. So 2a is equal to 3. Then you get a equal to 3 over 2. Okay, what is b squared? B squared is 9 over 2. So final answer 1 over 2. You have pi over square root. What is b squared? B squared is 9 over 2, and then minus, what is a squared? So a squared is 9 over 4. So 1 over 2, 2 pi over 3. So last you will get pi over 3.